When you depend solely on God in and for everything, you would never make mistakes or be left stranded. Events and things happen in life that are beyond the control or coordination of man. And in such kind of situation, only direction and leading from God can pull you through. It is at this junction that many people take the wrong step and become lost forever, or take decisions that they live to regret. God would always make a way. He would never leave his children stranded. He would never allow permanent shame to come your way. At the edge of that challenge or trouble, and God would show forth and make a way out of that condition or circumstance. What is before you now? What is that challenge that is confronting you? How difficult is it to move forward? Have you been confined to that problem without a way out? Have all around you looked like there is no way out? Are you out of job or means of livelihood? Have you been accused falsely and it is looking like there is no way to defend or prove your innocence? Have you been pushed to the wall and there is no way of escape for you? It is not time to cry. It is not the time to doubt the God you have always believed. It is time to stand and see his wonder-working power. It is time to see the miracle of God. It is time to see the hand of God working for you to deliver you. You would not end in ridicule. You would not end in shame. You can't be cut short or eliminated before your time. God was aware from the beginning, and all you need to do is to trust him at the moment. And like Moses told the children of Israel when they were at an end with seeming no way out, stand and see the glory of God. The Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. And I say to you today, stand and see the glory and power of God. That issue or circumstances that wants to end you, you would see its end. 4 signs God will make a way where you thought was not possible. 1. You get boxed to the wall and no one seems to know what next to do. One sign that God wants to make a way where there seems to be no way is that you would see no other possibility or alternative than God. God doesn't like to share his glory with a man, and when there are still options, when there are still alternatives, God is not in the matter because he doesn't want to share his almightiness or deliver power with a man. When you get boxed to the corner, when you get kicked to the other side, when it seems like the enemy would bounce and plunder you and your belief in God is still intact, he would step in because that is a sign of total surrender, and that is what God wants. When he finished in a wedding attended by Jesus, his family, and his disciples, there was no way or means of getting extra wine. They were waiting for disapproval and insult from guests and dignitaries. That was when Jesus decided to act and make a way by making the best wine when it seems there was no way possible out of the matter. The people of Israel were boxed in a corner and felt as if the enemy would descend on them, or they entered the sea. They looked and called on Moses, who God used to lead them out, and he looked to God to make way because they can't move anywhere again, and God acted. Have you been boxed out or aside? Look to him. The way would soon be clear to you. 2. People become interested in your issue or matter. When God wants to make a way where there seems to be no way, he makes people interested in your case. Men take your matter seriously and want to see possibilities. When Peter was locked up in the prison, there was no way he could be saved. He was held in a maximum prison and nobody or anything could rescue or save him. But his matter made everyone worried and concerned, and people gathered to pray for him, and his rescue was possible. Daniel, about to be thrown to the lion's den, the king and others who liked him weren't happy, and they spent the night fasting and praying for him, and the mouth of the lions were closed that they didn't hurt or harm him, and he was freed in the morning. But all those who conspired against him were cast into the same place, and even before their body dropped, the lion tore them all. That matter, challenge, and issue has become a concern, and it seems as if there is no way. Men would rise to intercede for you. Men would become interested to call on God for rescue. Men would have no rest until they see the miraculous happen. 3. Natural elements are displayed. Another sign that God will make a way where there seems to be no way is that the natural elements are brought to view and action. You would see them working, and this is a sign that God has stepped in. When the people of the land of Israel went camp before the Red Sea and the Egyptian armies closing upon them, God asked Moses to stretch his rod over the sea, and an east wind was sent by God. The wind is one of God's elements. These elements always signal the move of God. Before God steps into a place or does something, one element of nature must make a display, be it rain, wind, fire, thunder, lightning, etc. The wind that blew from the east heralded the presence of the forces of heaven stepping in to fight for the rescue of the people of Israel. When Elijah and the people had killed the prophets of Baal and needed rain to fall, he went up to the mount of God and there kept praying before they were in a famine, and there was no way rain would fall if not by divine intervention. He kept praying and was sending his servant to go and check the sea. He didn't stop praying until when his servant informed him that he saw a little cloud like the hand of a man up to the sky. That was all Elijah was waiting for. He needed confirmation that God would make a way and bring forth rain to end the famine, and the sign came in the form of a cloud rising to heaven. He ran off immediately to tell the king to make haste and reach home. In that situation you are in, and it seems like there is no way out, don't stop trusting. Be calm and attentive. You would see the elements heralding the presence of the angelic to work on your case and ensure victory for you. God is almighty and uses everything he wants to display his awesomeness and mightiness. Something would happen that would signal to you that yes, heaven has come down to attend to your case or your matter. If it was a wicked judge that didn't want to judge the case in your favor, he would have an emergency and won't be able to continue the case. If someone has denied you what is yours and you can't survive again, God would take that person out. God always makes a way. Don't lose hope and trust. 4. There would be restlessness everywhere and for everyone. When God wants to make a way or change a situation, another sign that would be evident is restlessness. All would be restless because God is causing a stirring and making a move. You won't be at peace, and neither would other people. The pressure of God falls on systems and people, and all are not at peace because God wants to change a verdict or deliver you from trouble. Men can't be at peace when God is troubling the water to free you or make a way or route of escape for you. It was this restlessness that made Harold to double the guards guarding Peter. It was the kind of restlessness the daughter of Pilate had and begged her husband to free Jesus. When God wants to make a way for your deliverance or change the verdict to your favor, there would be a stirring, and men would not be at peace until the verdict and will on God has been enacted. I don't know what might have held you down or locked you up. It might seem as if there won't be a way out of the situation or that condition, but I come with a message of hope. I bring good tidings. It is not over. You won't end down. God would make a way for you out of that situation and challenge that has kept you down. You won't end in obscurity. You won't die in that bus stop. He is making a way for you. He is troubling the system for your sake. He is troubling the waters. He is keeping people out because he wants to do it himself, and you would testify. If he made a way through the Red Sea, passage through the Jordan River, food and water in the wilderness, provisions in a single day to overturn famine, and so many other things, why would he not make a way for you? Keep believing, keep holding. Your way out would be seen.